Welcome to Daily English Room. Today's topic is travel. What's your favorite way to travel?
I prefer traveling by high-speed train in China. It's incredibly efficient and comfortable. I can work on my laptop or enjoy the scenery while traveling between cities. Plus, the stations are usually in city centers, which makes it really convenient for business trips.
Tell me about a place you'd like to visit someday.
I dream of visiting Silicon Valley in California. As a software engineer, I'd love to see the headquarters of major tech companies and maybe attend some tech conferences there. It's like a pilgrimage for people in my field.
What do you always pack when you travel?
I never travel without my power bank and universal adapter. Being a tech person, I need to keep my devices charged. I also always pack a pair of comfortable walking shoes for exploring new places.
What's the best thing about traveling to new places?
Meeting people who work in tech in different countries is fascinating. We might use different languages in daily life, but when we talk about coding and software, we all speak the same language.
What's the most memorable trip you've ever taken?
Last summer, I took a train journey from Beijing to Tibet. The changing landscape was incredible, and the technology behind the high-altitude railway amazed me. Seeing how engineers solved the challenges of building tracks on permafrost was fascinating.
How do you usually plan your trips?
I rely heavily on travel apps and online reviews. I create detailed spreadsheets with all the information and always download offline maps. Being organized helps me make the most of my limited vacation time.
What's the most challenging thing about traveling for you?
Dealing with unstable internet connections can be stressful, especially when I need to join important work calls. I've learned to always have a backup hotspot and to download everything I might need beforehand.
What tips would you give to someone visiting your city?
If you're visiting Shenzhen, download a good translation app and WeChat. Try the dim sum, but avoid rush hour on the metro. The electronics markets are fascinating, but make sure you know your prices before buying.
What's something interesting you've learned from traveling?
I've learned that technology habits are really different across countries. In some places, people use completely different apps and platforms. It's fascinating to see how tech solutions adapt to local needs and culture.
How do you deal with homesickness when traveling?
I keep in touch with family through video calls, usually during mealtimes. I also bring my favorite tea from home. Sometimes I look for Chinese restaurants in foreign cities. It's not the same, but it helps.
What's the most unusual food you've tried while traveling?
In Japan, I tried live squid sashimi. The tentacles were still moving on the plate. It was scary at first, but the taste was incredibly fresh. It taught me to be more adventurous with food.
What do you like to do on long flights or train rides?
I use the time to catch up on tech podcasts and coding tutorials. Sometimes I challenge myself to solve programming problems without internet access. It's like a mental gym session.
What's your favorite travel memory with friends or family?
Last Chinese New Year, I took my parents to Hong Kong. They'd never been, despite it being so close. Watching their excitement at the Harbor Light Show and sharing dim sum together made me realize how special family travel can be.
How has travel changed your perspective on life?
Seeing different work cultures has made me realize there's no single path to success. Some places prioritize work-life balance over rapid development. It's changed how I think about my career goals.
What do you do to travel more sustainably?
I've started using more public transportation and choosing hotels that use renewable energy. I also carry my own water bottle and try to minimize digital waste by deleting unnecessary travel photos and files.
What's a travel skill you wish you had learned earlier?
I wish I'd learned earlier how to pack efficiently. I used to carry too many gadgets and chargers. Now I know exactly what tech I really need and what I can leave behind.
How do you make friends when traveling?
I use tech meetup apps to find local developer communities. It's amazing how quickly you can connect with people who share your interests. I've made some great friends by joining coding workshops in different cities.
What's something that surprised you about traveling?
I was surprised by how many different mobile payment systems exist worldwide. In some places, cash is rare, while in others, it's essential. It really shows how technology adoption varies globally.
What's your favorite travel souvenir?
My favorite is a traditional Chinese calculator I found in an antique market. It's a beautiful piece of computing history, and it reminds me how far technology has come.
How do you share your travel experiences with others?
I maintain a tech travel blog where I review co-working spaces and tech hubs in different cities. I also share tips about staying connected while traveling in different countries.
What's the most beautiful place you've ever seen?
The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge in China took my breath away. Standing on transparent glass 300 meters above the ground was incredible. The engineering behind it is amazing, and the view of the stone pillars is unforgettable.
What travel apps or technology do you find most useful?
I developed my own travel checklist app, but I also rely on offline map applications and language translation tools. Having a good VPN is essential too, especially for accessing development resources while traveling.
How do you deal with language barriers while traveling?
I write simple code to create basic translation tools for specific situations. But I've found that understanding basic programming terms in different languages helps me connect with other developers globally.
What's a travel tradition you always maintain?
I always visit a local tech store or electronics market in each new city. It's fascinating to see different gadgets and how technology is used locally. I buy a small tech accessory as a reminder.
What's a travel mistake that taught you an important lesson?
I once lost my laptop charger in Singapore and couldn't find a compatible replacement. Now I always photograph all my essential tech items and research where to buy replacements at my destination.
How has travel influenced your career?
Seeing different tech startups globally has broadened my programming perspective. I've learned new development approaches and coding styles that have made me a more versatile engineer.
What's your favorite travel photograph?
A sunset photo of Shanghai's skyline from my first big project there. The mix of historic buildings and modern technology towers perfectly captures China's rapid development.
What do you always research before visiting a new place?
I check internet connectivity options and tech co-working spaces. I also research local cybersecurity laws and download any necessary apps that locals use for daily activities.
What travel skill are you most proud of developing?
I always pack a small circuit board and basic electronic components. Sometimes I like to tinker with simple projects in my hotel room to relax. It's like having a portable mini-lab.
What travel skill are you most proud of developing?
I've become really good at quickly setting up a secure working environment anywhere. I can turn almost any space into a functional remote office within minutes, while maintaining cybersecurity.
How do you spend your last day in a place?
I visit my favorite local tech cafe one last time, update my digital travel notes, and always take a final walk to observe how people use technology in their daily lives.
What's a place that exceeded your expectations?
Bangalore's tech hub completely surprised me. The innovative solutions they're developing for local challenges showed me a whole new approach to practical programming.
What has travel taught you about life?
Travel showed me that technology isn't just about coding, it's about connecting people. Every culture uses tech differently, but we're all trying to solve the same human problems. It's made me a better engineer and a better person.
How do you handle delays or unexpected changes in your travel plans?
I always have a backup plan for my work commitments. I've set up remote access systems that let me work from anywhere, and I keep important files offline. Being flexible with technology helps reduce stress.
What's a small detail about travel that makes you happy?
The sound of message notifications when my phone connects to a new network. It reminds me how technology keeps us connected across borders. Plus, I love testing different mobile networks.
What new travel goals do you have?
I want to visit more emerging tech hubs in Africa. The mobile payment innovations there are fascinating, and I'd love to learn from local developers who create solutions for unique challenges.
What's the best advice you'd give to someone learning English through travel?
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I practice by joining tech forums and chat groups before visiting a place. Even if your grammar isn't perfect, most people appreciate the effort to communicate.
That's all for today's daily English room conversation practice. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. See you next time.